Don't just throw your CV like everywhere randomly. I would just say like ask yourself what you're gonna do, what you love to do first. Yeah. And then try to do some research and try to search for the company or for someone who you would like to work with and you want to grow together with. And then reach out to them. And that's where your whole career path can grow.
If the content we bring you on the podcast has helped you with your business or your career and you're looking for a way to financially support the independent production of this podcast, you can do that for as little as a few dollars a month by backing us on Patreon or becoming a paid subscriber on our YouTube channel. Another way to support us and continue your learning is to purchase one of our on-demand workshops available on our website, mapitforward.coffee/workshops. Check the show notes for links, and as always, thanks for the support. Welcome to the Map It Forward Middle East podcast, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and this is unfortunately the last episode of a really wonderful 5-part series with Purity, On, and Ron. I did it again. I had to do it one last time. I'm very sorry about that. This has been a really wonderful conversation. You know, guys, there are some series of the podcast that I'm in that I think I wish like this was around for the younger version of me, like the young barista in me to listen to. She would have been very inspired by what you guys have said on the podcast. And this is one of those series 100%. I would have listened to you guys and thought, wow, they've given me something to think about. So on behalf of like all the young baristas that are listening to you guys, thank you for what you're sharing. It's a real privilege for me to have you on the podcast and to elevate your voices. And I'm excited about us being able to do that more over the years and follow your careers through the podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about how to be intentional about your career in coffee. Who would like to start with regards to the way that you get intentional about your career? Everyone's looking at you, Ron. So,
so how I started my coffee is I like the cafe vibes. Yeah, so it's all about connecting peoples. So I think the cafe is the place where the ideas generates. Yeah, for everyone. Like you'll see people from all different industries coming to a cafe. And then the ideas just comes after that. Yeah. So it kicks me from there actually. So that's how I came into the coffee. Then after I started liking it, enjoying it. So I think right now we as a coffee still like in a developing phase, it's still growing phase. I can see lots of opportunities still there to grow. So, and it's a beautiful industry. You know, you find lots of people from different places. So there are opportunities. It looks very fancy from outside, and inside is also it's very deep. Like it's like you can learn a lot. Yeah. So lots of innovations. You'll see science in coffee. You'll see mathematics in coffees. Yeah. You'll see fashion in coffee. So it captures the whole world in it, I think. Yeah.
And it is a very exciting time to be in coffee, because this part of the world is still figuring out where it wants to take the coffee industry, which is very exciting for all of us. How about you? How do you approach being intentional about your career in coffee?
All right. So how I started my journey, I started with a strong why again. Yeah. That time back in 4 years, like when I like talked to him, I have that why, like why I want to learn coffee, you know. So, and somehow it leads me to connect the right people,
Right.
like that's universe or whatever. So, and s- coming together with that, I would like to say to people, not people like upcoming baristas or, I mean, not only coffee career, like in general, say don't just throw your CV like everywhere randomly. I would just say like ask yourself what you're gonna do, what you love to do first. You know? Yeah. And then try to do some research and try to search for the company or for someone who you would like to work with and you want to grow together with. And then reach out to them. And that's where your whole career path can grow rather than you just like, because I've seen like a lot of people, especially in Dubai, they just came here just to look for a job. And they just name it just a job. They don't know what to want, what they're gonna do.
Right.
I actually personally I hate that thing so much.
Yeah.
And they spend their energy on like working in the heat, dropping the CV. They don't even know if it's like suit to their career or whatever. So I would say just spend your energy on doing some research, what you love to do, and just give it a shot. And because otherwise, just like dropping the feet into the vast ocean, and you just wait for the fish. And so, isn't it better to know the spot and go fishing?
I love that.
Yeah.
So the
So
intentionality is about choosing this as a career, or at least figuring out in the beginning whether this is a
Yeah.
career that you want to be a part of.
Yes.
Finding the right place so that you can
Yeah.
at least be in a fishing pond where you're going to be treated well, you're going to be given opportunities, you're going to be nurtured.
True.
And that way you can decide from there whether this is the right industry for you or not. That's your advice
Yes.
on?
Yeah. Exactly. But I want to say that maybe it might not true to everyone, because there are people out there who need to, let's say, chase the money,
Yeah, this is
and
not
get
a
the
career to
job,
chase
whatever.
money.
Yeah, I mean, like because of the background,
Yeah.
different backgrounds, For me, personally, I'm at the stage of like, I can just leave the money part a little bit behind. So more like chasing the passion, So, but for some people, it's like you have your family to support or whatever. So you need to get like whatever the job and just get the money, stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, it's better to have the intention and just try it first. Maybe you might hit the jackpot. That's it.
Do you think this is an industry where you can hit the jackpot?
Um,
Purity, your smile is saying lots of things.
yeah,
That was, I don't know if you know what a Cheshire cat is, but it's a character that is very cunning and devious and saying a lot of things. Do you mind on if Purity tells us what that smile was saying?
yeah.
I think if it is 10 years back, yes. In 2025, you have to have more than just a coffee skill.
Yeah.
The market is saturated with 100 or rather thousands other baristas who can do the exact same thing, deliver the same quality. So would I say it's easy to hit a jackpot? No. You really need to find a way of standing out and having the right network, and you have to be in the right place.
But Purity, you're a trainer, right? And I suspect with being a trainer, you're not just on the lookout for who has barista skills. What are the skills, that extra that you're talking about?
Oh, that's a very good question, actually, because yes, we were having actually this joke yesterday with On. The skill gets you to the door,
Oh,
but
that is
but you-
awesome.
but your people skills is what keeps you there and helps you to grow in the midst of chaos.
Damn, that is well said.
Yeah.
Your skill gets you to the door. I think that is, I mean, there's a sense of kind of entitlement that I see with people who have these certificates. You know, Barista 1, Barista 2, Barista 3, blah, 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 from, you know, the SCA certificates. And they wave these certificates around as though that tells them, that's supposed to tell me that they know what they're doing. But that's not really what keeps them the job. And that's not what gives you a career.
No.
So what does? We know it's people skills, but particularly, what are the kinds of things, guys, that allows you to stay in a job, not just get a job?
How well do you connect with people? How well do you connect with the customers? How well do you hold it together when it's busy and there is pressure? It's really so many things. How patient are you with people? How well do you treat people when no one is watching?
Oof,
you know,
that's a good one.
yeah. Because here, really, when people are watching, everyone is, all smiley. We are all buddy buddies. But when the lights are closed, it's a different story. So, really, having the right discipline, like having discipline and truly having respect, and not really trying to be good because you can get something out of someone is important.
And in a country where everyone is away from their home, how important is meeting people, being a part of a team where that's the common thing, where you're working around other people that are looking to build a long-term career? We have a catchphrase in Map It Forward, conspiring to each other's success. When you're in a team of people where everyone is conspiring to each other's success, it's a game changer for you personally, and it's a game changer for everybody that's working in a team. What's it like for you guys? Because I've witnessed that. I've seen it with you guys so many times as a team where, yes, there can be tension and yes, people can have bad days, but you're all conspiring to the success of Raw and each other. How does that change the way you look at the long-term trajectory of your career? Does it make it feel more possible or less possible? Does it make it seem like there's more opportunity, or does it make you want to go? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. You're in a team like Raw. You're thriving because Raw really is doing very incredibly well. Alhamdulillah. But then someone comes to poach you and wants you to come and work for them. What happens? Do you think about staying or do you think about going? Because this other person is offering you a lot more money. Is that, like, if we're talking about building an intentional career, when you're in an environment like that, I imagine it would be difficult to make a decision like that. But in a country where all of us are away from what we know, how does that play, that decision making? Does anyone want to offer something there?
I think, like for me, out of experience, my fellows are still young. I have more responsibilities for. sometimes it is really hard to make a decision, and because there are many things. Like for me, I have a child going to school, so it is not something you make really quickly. It's a decision that you fight with. Yes, I love this place. Yes, I love the people. Yes, I love the ethics. But again, it comes with, we live in a place where it's super expensive. And sometimes you have that battle of, how am I going to sustain maybe supporting my family here and supporting my family back home? It really boils down to the situation you're at,
Right.
you know? Yeah. And sometimes you're gonna need to make decisions, and sometimes they're not the best, but you can only know once you try. And it is much better you make mistakes rather than you stay with the regret. I wish I tried that, or I wish I took the opportunity, because in life, really, nothing is guaranteed. And unless you really take a shot, you won't know. But is it always the best scenario? Sometimes not. It's really subjective from one person to another. But I would say it is important to really do your research. What do you want as a person? Is it only the money I'm chasing, or is there more to it? I think when you find your why, then you find the answer to that question.
Super profound. Like I'm telling you guys, the younger version of me, the puppy barista, as we call her, you know, the young baristas, would have listened to this episode and gone, wow, there's a lot of wisdom in this episode from all three of you. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that you guys have done this series. Now we're going to ask you our last question for the series. So I guess, who would like to go first? None of you. Okay. So our last question, we're going to start with you, On. When the future version of you comes back and watches this series, what do you hope for him?
First thing first, talking about future stuff, I don't even know what I'm gonna be in the future first. Yeah. But anyway, if I come back and listen to this podcast, I think I can reflect my journey, and like this podcast will inspire me if I ever lost in future again. Yeah.
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What about you, Purity? Oh no, Purity looked at Ron. Ron, are you ready? Purity decided she wants to be the last one.
Ron,
when the future version of you comes back and watches this, what do you want to say to him? What do you hope for him?
There are lots of this and that, of course, to tell. I am wondering, maybe I would started the coffee journey a little bit earlier. So yeah, I haven't seen that far also, but yeah, I have that frame, that plan is still there, but still I think I'm a little late for the things that I'm planning for, but still there is opportunity. So yeah, I want myself maybe a little bit more gut in me.
Nice.
So yeah. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. And what about you, Purity? I can see you still thinking about your answer. Time's up, lady.
You're gonna be like,
it's really a tough one, but I would want maybe 5 years down the line, when I look back and I think to myself, I'll be like, those were bold conversations to have. And I hope the younger versions of myself in other people would also watch this and align their careers or their whys much better than we did, because we were just learning as day goes by. But since we have powerful platforms like this one,
Thank you.
it paves a way for other people to watch this. So maybe 5 years back, when I look back, and I'll be like, those conversations we had were really nice and powerful, and I hope they got to land in someone's ears and they shaped, or rather they changed, or rather they enhanced how they approached how being a coffee professional in this part of the world is, or rather what is their why in how they are shaping their career.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah. That was really beautiful, guys. And I hope that the future version of me gets to be having a coffee with you guys. The future version of you guys. It would be really beautiful.
Maybe let's say in 5 years, what about we watch this podcast together?
That would be awesome. I just got chills on. That, oh,
2040.
Yeah.
2030.
wow, that's wild. That's wild. Who knows what the coffee industry is going to be doing in that point, right? And how much Hacienda La Esmeralda is selling their coffee for. I had to sneak it in there. Sorry. That's a joke. Not really, but yes. Anyway, so tell guys where they can get in contact with you guys, or where they can find you online.
Okay, so yeah, you can find us on Raw Coffee Company Instagram, mostly. And also, like, personally, I have my personal account because I do photography as my
Side hustle.
passion as
And
well.
it is beautiful,
Yeah.
folks. Like, if you haven't seen On's photography, go and see it. It's stunning.
Thanks for that. So I go under On Vision. Yeah, this is 0 and VISION. So it's on Instagram. So yeah,
Great.
thanks for having me and having us.
Yeah. Purity,
Cheers.
you're welcome. Purity, what about you? Where can people get in contact with you?
On Instagram at just.purity.
Okay, perfect. And Ron?
You can visit the Raw Coffee Company page on Instagram, or you can
Perfect.
come over here.
And taste
We can
his
have a
roasted delicious coffee. From him and his team. Guys, there's one thing left to do. Thank you again for doing this. This was really, really perfect. I'm going to hold all of you to that date for 5 years from now. I'm going to put it in my calendar, and I'm going to come to Raw's offices, and we're going to sit and watch it together, inshallah. So one last thing to do.
Peace, love, and peanut butter.
Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. Bye. This episode is part of a 5-part series produced by Mapper Forward. Check the full playlist and guest details in the show notes, as well as how you can support our work in the coffee industry. Become a premium YouTube subscriber, explore our Patreon and any brands we've partnered with to bring you this podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us grow our audience.